Okay, so now I'd just like to include a little bit of information about battery uptime. So what I'm referring to is the batteries that are wired in series here, creating a 24 volt, 40 ampere system. So I've just put together a little spreadsheet that just covers the basics. What I'm saying is that, so if you use this line example as an example line, 12.7 volt battery, fully charged, with a 20 ampere rating. The number of batteries is 2 in this system, so creating a 25.4 volts. Total capacity in amperes is 40. What I'm saying here is that in an ideal world, the calculation to actually determine battery uptime is somewhat theoretical, but from our experiences are that if you're driving on level ground with a load on it, the average current draw per hour is about 1.2 amps. So therefore, that's going to give you about 16.7 hours of operation. Likewise, that if you're going uphill, which is probably going to be somewhere in the order of anywhere between 2.5 or maybe even 4 amp hours draw per hour, that would theoretically give you a charge, an operating time of about 5 hours, assuming that you recharge the batteries around about 50%. On the other hand, if you choose to charge your batteries more frequently, so I've just punched in a value of, you're not going to let the battery voltage drop below 75%. So in this particular case, if we had 4 ampere driving uphill a lot of the time, just hold the line. Okay, so I just went offline for a sec, actually off screen for a sec, just to check my calculations to make sure they're right. So let's just go through the second example here, which is covered by this row right here. What I'm saying is that in this case where you've got two 12.7 amp batteries wired in series, creating a total of 40 amp hours with a 4 ampere draw. So we're going uphill a lot. And if you decide to recharge the batteries when they don't drop any lower than 75%, then you'll actually get a 7.5 hour range out of those batteries throughout the course of the day. Likely too that if you're drawing more amps, so let's say 5.5, you're actually going to drop down to 5.45. That's if you're letting the battery voltage drop down to 75%. If you let the battery voltage drop down to 50%, given that we're drawing higher amp hours here, your uptime is 3.64. So put it another way, then, if we're only drawing 1 amp per hour, so we're pretty much doing moderate, pretty much level ground, so to speak. And if you decide to recharge the batteries when they get to 75%, then theoretically you could draw 30 amp hours or uptime for 30 hours before the batteries need recharging.